Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and the Chicago crowd wants some love from their Bulls. Here, matched up against Cleveland, is how they'll kick off the new season. They were dominated last year, not a good matchup for them, going 1-3 in the season series.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end.
And, you know, with two teams in the upper pyramid in the early going, important to establish that pecking order, especially within your conference. So this game is important.
A look at Cleveland's starting group. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the 5 down low. Now here's Love. Following the miss by Taj Gibson. That's good. Cavs didn't start the season as a team built around the 3, but they would end it that way.
Yeah, and after the trade for Smith and Shumpert, it changed their dynamic. All of a sudden, they can do a lot of damage from beyond the arc. How about the quick hands on the steal and the quick feet on the break?
Yeah, a careless, silly mistake there, though. I mean, coughing the ball up and then not being quick enough to get back on defense, that's costly. And, you know, for the Cavs, they ended up in the top 5 in made threes per game, but they actually led the NBA in made threes per game after the trade.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And last season, the Cavs would shatter all sorts of franchise records in the 3 department. I mean, makes sense to have that many shooters on your roster when LeBron opens up so much in terms of floor space.
Bulls making a switch here. Noah's checked in. And it's Wiggins missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And a wide open look for James. Here's Thompson. Shot is off. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Wiggins right side to end the run. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. J.R. Smith picks one up.
Well, it didn't take long for us to see just how explosive Andrew Wiggins can be in the air. I mean, had a handful of huge dunks throughout the course of the season. He's going to make a lot of posters during his NBA career.
Well, Greg, you're right. It's clear to see with Wiggins. He is already fearless with his dunks. Clark, he'll go right at any big man with impunity and finish over him.
Yeah, and I think people knew he was a special dunker, but they didn't know how aggressive he would be in attacking the basket. That's where he surprised folks.
James kicks to Irving. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Good. Irving's got his first points in this one.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Here's Irving. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Smith, no luck.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Rose against Smith. Here's Rose. 5 to shoot. McDermott kicks it to Noah. And it's Rose. This time the assist by Noah.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. Here's LeBron. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Now it's ended down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Tyronn Lue.
He said that their defensive focus, no surprise, will be trying to keep Derrick Rose out of the lane. He added, you know he's come a long way as an outside shooter, but he's a pick-your-poison type of player. We can't let him get into the paint. Makes sense, Kevin.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Love the pass to James. 1:43 left in the first quarter. Smith outside. It's a pick by Love. Inside. Stolen by Noah. One-on-one here. Here's Wiggins. Good, and a nice assist from Noah.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we can see right there why he does.
Last season, the Bulls were a tough matchup, solid margin of victory for them, and never looked overwhelmed, Clark.
Yeah, you know what? They're a team that's even-keeled, the type of team that can win anytime they take the floor. They have a system that works and good talent, and actually excellent talent to make it special, and that combination is a winning one.
Jefferson's checked in for Doug McDermott. Cleveland also making some changes. Channing Frye's checked in for Thompson. Shabazz Muhammad comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for J.R. Smith. Here's Dellavedova. Here's Muhammad, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
Now here's Rose. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. Muhammad with it, working on Noah. Pass to Dellavedova. The 3, and that one's good. Dellavedova's got himself on the board with 3 there.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
On the wing, Wiggins. He's covered by Irving, and there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Now here's Rose. Back to Gibson. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Gibson with the steal. And now Rose running the floor off. Look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
And how about that one-man fast break?
I love the power finish at the end of it, too.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Now, here is Irving. The pass to Muhammad. Three-pointer, Dellavedova. It's rebounded by Noah. On the wing, Wiggins. Muhammad covering. Rose dishes to Wiggins. Got it off in time. He got it! He caught it!
My goodness.
Nice shot there without a second.
We caught up with Kyrie Irving earlier, and he talked a little bit about expectations for himself and his teammates.
We expect so much out of each other every single night, and the team is going to go as hard as we go, as well as the other pieces that we have on the team, but we have to control it from a standpoint that we have to play off each other.
Kyrie reminding us that it's not just the expectations of the fans and the media he and LeBron deal with, but also, and Clark, perhaps the most demanding of all, are the expectations they've got for each other.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, two guys who expect so much of themselves to start with, who naturally have a vision of how great the other guy should be. I mean, they're constantly trying to manage expectations while still demanding the best from each other. And that's a lot of fun to watch.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
Really, it's always a positive when you can get some impact off your bench.
Always nice to have firepower coming from the reserves, and they've had firepower and then some so far.
The big men are Gibson and Noah. Wiggins is out there with Isaiah Cannon. And it's Jefferson in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. That's a 2 from Smith. It's hauled in by Noah. Noah's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
Well, guys, in the NBA, you learn things by doing them in game-time action. And Andrew Wiggins had plenty of time to learn on the job. He was 2nd in the league in minutes played last season, only behind James Harden.
The feed to Gibson. 6 on the shot.
And guys, Cavs right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Shumpert against Wiggins. A drive by Shumpert. Great defense that time from Noah. The Bulls leading by 3. And another fast break chance here for the Bulls. Here we go. Cannon can't hit. For Cleveland, they've gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. And Shumpert kicks to Smith. Love with the screen on Jefferson. Passes to Love. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Love's got it all tied up now for Cleveland.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Outside for Jefferson. Wiggins drives in. Again, Wiggins missing.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. It goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And that one's good, Shumpert.
And this is an important game for him. I mean, he's back in his hometown. I think he could be a factor. He's around friends and family. You're getting that good home cooking as well. That usually comes with that. And I think when you're playing against any team, and even though you're on the road like this, it's not really a normal road game per se. I'm expecting to see a solid outing from him tonight.
Love, no luck. Well, as rough as the Cavs might have started the season, Clark, they were all at peace near the end. Things turned around certainly after the All-Star break. Had their amazing playoff run, great momentum, and that confidence showed every game they played.
Really did, and I thought the big three found a way to come together nicely and smooth out the rough spots, and James, Irvin, and Love ended up being the highest scoring trio in the league last year.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Pau Gasol is checked in for Noah. Portis comes in for Taj Gibson. Dunleavy's checked in for Wiggins. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Isaiah Cannon. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Channing Frye's checked in for Tristan Thompson. James comes in for Smith. Muhammad, he's checked in for Shumpert. And Irving's subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Rose with the ball. Now defended by Muhammad. Here's Portis. And again, Chicago. No good. Here's James. Here's Muhammad. Rose with the block. 1:02 left in the first half. For 3, Dunleavy. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Dunleavy's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Cleveland's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Irving passes to Love. Banked in off the glass. Love's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Bad time for these defenders to be standing around watching. Not while the ball's in his hands.
Here's Jefferson. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. A nice shot by Irving. And it's a 4-point Cavalier lead.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low. And I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation. But, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen. A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Rose against Irving. Lets it go with a 3. And another 3 for Cleveland.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
There's Rose with the 3. No good on the buzzer beater. And we're through the first.